come on in, come on in. As you know by now, my name is Lee and I'm the medical assistant. And you are already 20 weeks pregnant? Beautiful. That is just beautiful. Have you started feeling anything with baby yet? A little bit here and there? It becomes so much more real, doesn't it? I love that for you. I, of course, know who you are, but can you confirm your date of birth for me? Perfect. And you know when your due date is, right? Okay. Let's see. Since we last saw you, looks like you had your anatomy scan done at the hospital, so Leanna, the PA, will review that with you. Make sure, you know, everything looks good and that there's nothing to discuss. You are all up to date on your blood work, it looks like. Very good. So far uncomplicated. Any changes to your medication? Still on prenatals? Okay. Any updates that you needed to pharmacy, insurance, or emergency contact? Okay. And your phone number hasn't changed, right? Gotcha. Now, how have you been feeling overall since we last saw you a month ago? Any changes or anything that we should be aware of? Pregnancy's been going good. Nausea went away. Awesome. You think you may have a yeast infection? What kind of symptoms are you experiencing today? Itchy, feels kind of swollen down there. Oh yeah, did you know that when you're pregnant, because of all the change in hormones, you're actually more susceptible to getting yeast infections? You've never had one? Well, that makes sense then, right? Yeah, so a lot of people, even if they haven't had one previously, when they become pregnant, they'll actually, for some people, experience their first one. So yeah, so just know that that's totally common. I will make sure to leave a vaginal swab out for Leanna, the PA, and then she'll get you screened, okay? Any burning when you pee at all? Okay. Anything else that you'd like to know as far as the discharge goes? It's a bit clumpier, okay? Okay, so yeah. Normally, of course, for prenatals, you don't necessarily have to get undressed waist down, but for this appointment type, because you are having some abnormal discharge, we would probably like to do a pelvic exam if that's okay with you. Okay, just want to make sure you're okay with that. Otherwise, let's get your vital signs going. Yeah, I feel like your pregnancy is going by so quickly. You feel it too? All right, how about we start with the blood pressure first? So if you wouldn't mind, I'm just gonna have you rest both feet on the ground. Oh, excuse me. That would be perfect, thank you. I'll put this here for now. And then let me just get this going here. I am just going to wrap this around your arm. Alright, very good. Let's get this going for you. Pressure is normal, 116/82. I'm gonna leave that there. Let me take this off of you. too. All right. Of course, blood pressure and urine are super important to check specifically in pregnancy to rule out, hypertension in pregnancy, as well as, you spilling any protein or glucose or anything like that. So these are very important measurements that we like to gather. And honestly, I find that taking a manual blood pressure way more accurate than those electronic ones. So I just jump straight to it. All right, next up that we have here is the temperature check. Anyone around you sick? No, but you had some relatives that had COVID. Yeah, definitely, be careful around who you are with. Wear a mask when you can, okay? Especially in like very congested or overpopulated places. Let me get this on there for you. These things have kind of been giving me a little bit of a problem, so give me 1 second. It takes a little bit to push the throat, so. All right. All right, this is gonna go underneath your tongue. As always, we'll just wait for that. All right, temperature is good, excellent. The only other thing that I am going to need from you is I am going to need a urine sample. So let me put your patient identifier on there. Give me 1 second. Okay, I initialed the bottom of it. When I step out and before you get undressed for your prenatal visit, I'm just gonna need you to pee in a cup. So I will leave you here, and then you'll pee in the cup, and then I'll just make sure to dip it to show that there's no evidence of you spilling any protein or glucose or anything like that. So I'm gonna leave that there for you. And then finally, let me just kind of get the area all set up for Leanna, the PA, to do the prenatal appointment for you. Let's see, she has gloves. We have the vaginal swabs already out. Of course, we will get heart tones on your baby today. So let me get the Doppler. All right, we've got the Doppler. And let me see here. You should be good to go. Do you have any questions at all before I step out and give you some privacy? Everything's pretty straightforward. I know these visits can get a bit repetitious, but I am going to leave this white drape for you since you'll get undressed waist down for the pelvic exam. And then I am just going to set up your prenatal notes here for Leanna, the PA, so that when she walks in, you should be all set. And then I have printed off your anatomy scan for her to review that with you as well. So we are all set up then. You are officially checked in. I'm just gonna put your vitals in. All right, my job is done. Do you have any questions at all? Very good. Well, if that would be it, then I am going to step out and give you some privacy. We'll have you leave that urine sample, then Leanna, the PA, will be in for your prenatal appointment to go over your anatomy scan, to do that pelvic exam for you, and to get heart tones on baby and make sure everything's okay. Oh yes, it was very nice to see you as well. I'll see you a little bit later. Hello, how are you doing? Awesome, it is very nice to see you. Can't believe you're already 20 weeks. I know, I feel like it is going by so quickly. So let's kind of review some general stuff real quick. Any vaginal bleeding at all? Good. I heard we're having a bit of like an itchy discharge, so we'll do a pelvic exam if that's okay with you to check on that. Still taking your prenatal vitamins? Awesome. And yeah, I think I have some sample packs to give you more of, so that's no problem. Looks like you had your anatomy scan, so how about we review that real quick. So, as far as the anatomy scan, everything looked absolutely perfect. They saw no anomalies. They were able to see everything that they needed to see with baby. So it doesn't look like your baby was being stubborn at all. So no reason that you would need to get a repeat. So anatomy scan wise, everything checks out. Everything looks beautiful. It is always the best news to hear for sure. Let's see, your blood pressure today, I saw Lee, the medical assistant, checked on that, and that looked great. Your urinalysis, I just took a look at it, and that came back normal as well. We're going to get some heart tones today, but otherwise it looks like you are all up to date on your blood work. You're not going to be due for anything today. I will tell you at your next 4-week follow-up appointment, that is when you're going to be getting your 1-hour glucola test. And this essentially screens for diabetes in pregnancy, or what we call gestational diabetes. Exactly, yep. So I just wanted to give you the heads up that you will probably be here for about an hour next time, okay? Yes. All right, very good. So what we are going to do then is, how about we start with getting your fundal height, with getting baby's heart tones, and then we'll end it with a pelvic exam. And then of course I'll call you if that swab shows anything, okay? Awesome, yes, sounds like a good plan that we have there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some sanitizer on, and we'll get some beautiful heart tones. You've been feeling okay though? Good. That is exactly what I want to hear. I'm just going to move this a little bit. I'm going to put some paper towels to kind of protect you from the lubricant. And then let's get that. Alright, I'm just going to move a bit closer to you here. We'll get some lubricant jelly. It is kind of warmed up a bit, so hopefully not too cold on you. Alrighty, let's get some heart tones for you. Heart tones are beautiful today, averaging in the 150s, which is totally normal. You were able to find those a lot faster than last time. Okay, beautiful. Very happy with that. Okay, let me turn this off. I'm going to wipe it down here, just remove the lubricant. Alright, very good. Next up is I'm just going to press on your belly for a second, okay? And I'm just going to get a fundal height measurement. Measuring right at 20 weeks, so everything is looking absolutely fantastic today. I'm very happy for you. You know, each visit is like a milestone. It's so beautiful. Alright, so let's kind of talk about the pelvic exam. So I have my vaginal swabs that we'll be collecting here. Let me put some gloves on, and then what's going to happen is I'm just going to reposition you a little bit, just to help you scoot your bottom to the edge, okay? Awesome. Okay, let's see here what we have to do. So I am going to move you here, okay? So I'm just gonna see if you're okay there. Let's see, I'm just gonna help you relax a little bit down. Perfect. Are you comfortable there? Good. I think you're scoot down enough, so you should be all set. All right. So I'm just gonna bring the tray here closer to me. Awesome. I'm gonna get some warm water started. And we'll use a small speculum, okay? We warmed up the speculum here. Let me just kind of get you prepped. Sorry if it's uncomfortable. Gonna feel it right here. All right, I am gonna start just by looking on the outside first. And I do see like that redness you were talking about does look a little bit swollen. So I completely understand from a discomfort point of view why you've been experiencing that. All right, you're gonna feel my gloves on the inner part here, and then you're gonna feel that speculum, just so I can take a quick look. And I do see that clumpy discharge you're talking about. Just gonna take our samples, and then you will be done, okay? I'll get this done real quick for you. Okay, that's one. A lot of loud cars today, it is crazy. And that is two. We will send those off to the lab, and let me take this out. Speculum is out. I am going to cover you up here. I'm going to turn this light off. You want to push yourself a little bit back. Just kind of sit there and relax for a second. So, to conclude, it definitely looks like a yeast infection. The only problem with having yeast infections in pregnancy is you can't have that lovely diflucan pill, which is that one pill that you take once and it completely takes care of it for you. So I'm going to write you a script for the clotrimazole cream. You're going to insert vaginally at night for 7 nights, okay? Yeah, it's definitely not as convenient, I will tell you that. Okay, so let me get this script written for you. Clotrimazole 1 time a night, 7 nights. Definitely use it for all 7, even if you feel like symptoms are getting better after a few days. Okay, very good. And so this script is going to be for you, so you could keep that on hand there. Let me grab you some prenatals. We do have quite a few samples, so I'll give you a couple here. These are for you too. And then when I see you next in a month, we'll be doing your 1-hour glucose test. And then with that being said, we will definitely be in touch if there's any other infections that were noted on that swab. But otherwise, everything looks great with baby. Anatomy scan was perfect. And you are all set today for the prenatal appointment, okay? It was very nice to see you as well. I'm going to give you some privacy so you can get dressed. And the girls that check out, I'll let them know what the plan is for the next visit. Oh yes, no, that is my job. I'll give you some privacy here, okay? Absolutely.